Good evening. Our last night of Wise Women Slay. Yay! Hoo hoo! We're just so excited. As you know, we have been doing this all week from Monday now through to Friday. And again, you know, I'm Nina, the founder of Wise Women Slay, and I'm so excited that we are here on our last night, and we have been showcasing every age group represented in terms of Wise Women Slay and how we operate. And so Wise Women Slay is devoted to women who are 50 on up, just to let them know how important they are, especially in the times we're living now. We need wise women. We don't need women who listen to the chatter. We need to stay above the chatter. We need to be able to calm situations down. And you know, as we get older, we get a little bit more, we find ourselves not sweating the small stuff. And I know our guest tonight is going to be able to tell us a lot, because she's that 90-year-old woman that we've been looking for. I'm so excited to have Miss Barbara Boyd. Hi, Barbara.
Good to be here. Good to be here.
Thank you so much for participating in tonight's event. I'm just so grateful. Not only is she a radio, for those who don't know, Barbara Boyd is a television personality that has been within the community for all of her life, I'm sure. And we're going to talk a little bit more about you specifically at the end. But I just want to introduce what we're going to do tonight. Just like we did with the other ladies, we've asked them 4 questions about aging and how did it feel to age at certain points in times. And so we're going to ask Barbara the exact same questions, okay? Okay, so Barbara, the first question I have for you is, how did you feel on your birthday when you turned 90?
Good. I felt good. I didn't really feel too differently.
Okay.
You know, I don't think old. That might be the situation. I just don't think old. And I have 13 grandchildren and 14 great-grandchildren, so I can't get too old.
Yeah.
They teach me how to TikTok. They teach me how to wear all the new dances and everything, and all the new slang, you know, throwing shade and all that kind of stuff. So I just don't think about getting old. I think one of the things that helps to keep you up and going is to stay involved.
Yeah.
You know, my husband passed some 12 years ago, so it was a lonely time. But I had to find something to keep myself busy, to keep going, to stay up, and not just sit around thinking doom and gloom, you know, I don't have anybody, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So I got myself involved. You know, I'm on several boards: Indiana Children's Wish Fund, the United Negro College Fund, March Dimes, Links, just involved at church. So those are the things that keep me busy.
Okay.
Those are the things that keep me fed. Every day, every meeting you go to, you know they feed you.
Right.
I don't cook. So those are some of the things that have helped me stay up.
Okay. So there was no down for you. It was just you were grateful.
I am so grateful.
Yeah.
You know, just yesterday, I got a call from a friend about a friend of ours that we're the same age, with high school girlfriends, and she's just in a terrible thing ways in terms of, you know, mentally. She has Alzheimer's, and we're the same age, you know, 91, and I am so blessed that, you know, as my mother used to say, Miss Andre said, how are you doing today, Miss Andre? She said, I know who I am and I know where I am. And that's the way I feel.
Wow.
I know who I am, I know where I am. And I'm still, you know, trying to be very active in the community and staying involved. And I think those are the things. And plus, you know, my mother was 103 years old when she passed. So I think that had something to do with why I'm doing so well now. Because I think it's genetics.
Yeah, and keeping active.
Yeah.
So there was no difference for you at age 90, just gratefulness.
Just gratefulness. I mean, I have slowed up. You know, one day you go and you look in the mirror and say, wonder how that wrinkle got there.
Right.
But hey, it is what it is. I don't plan on getting no facelift. Number one, couldn't afford it.
Yeah.
But you know, it is what it is. If I got wrinkles, I got wrinkles.
Yeah.
No big deal.
Yeah, that's good.
So, but you know, life goes on. You know, just can't drag around, sit your tail over in the corner. I don't think.
Yeah, yeah. So many of us, as we age, we want to sit in the corner or feel like we can't move forward. But
Well, not so much that. People, society,
yeah,
and whole things. Well, when you get 65, it's over. Go over there and put on your little Kmart print dress and just rock.
right.
I drive a nice kind of car, and some man asked me, "You drive?" I'm gonna have me a car, no ride. But I mean, it's questions like that.
Yeah.
You drive? Do you do this? I mean, do you dance? I love to dance. I do the wobble. I love the wobble. That's my dance.
Right.
But it's just amazing how society thinks.
Yeah.
When you're old, you're supposed to go sit down and be quiet and just say yes, darling.
Yeah.
Like I said, that ain't.
That's not you. That's not you.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good point because maybe it is society that wants to put us in this box as we age, and when we don't even think of ourselves like that. That's a good point. That's a good point. Okay, question number 2. How old were you when you felt like you had to fight against getting older? How old do you remember?
Well, I have to fight against it. So many women say, "Oh, I'm 40, getting ready to go down." I never thought about it.
Yeah.
I don't think black women think that way so much. I think white women do.
Okay.
And they get 40. Well, you know what they say, black don't crack.
Hey.
But with white women, I think they stand the sun so much, and they do age. I think a little faster than we do.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I don't think about that.
Yeah.
I really don't.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just like I say, stay active.
Stay active.
I have a problem though. I belong to Helen Royal's agency.
Okay.
It's an agency that places people into acting,
modeling, and
that kind of stuff. And I have a problem there because when they call for an 80-year-old woman, I don't look like I'm 80. That's what they tell me. They always say, "Barbara, when you come in, dress down." Well, I tried that. It doesn't work.
Yeah.
I'm too old looking to be young. I'm too young looking to be old. So I don't get the parts.
Yeah.
So that's a problem for me, but it's a good problem to have.
Yeah.
I think I'm healthy. I'm as healthy. I don't have heart problems. We all got high blood pressure, but I'm healthy and I exercise. I walk. Try it. Wait a minute. You know what I found the other day? I found a pair of roller skates.
Here in the house, or?
Wait a minute.
Okay.
No, I found them in the shop.
Okay.
And the kind that you had to have the key to, old pair. And my kids said, "Mama, you're not going out on those, are you?" I said, "I sure am. I'm going to try it. Well, one of y'all have to hold me up, but I'm going to try it."
Yeah. Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah, I think that's going to be cool.
Yeah,
I remember good old roller skates.
Yeah. Not letting not those barriers that society wants to place us in.
That's right.
Yeah.
You can't put yourself in a box.
Yeah.
You do what you do or what you feel that you can do. Hey.
That's good. That's good to know. Okay, number 3. At what age did your family started thinking of you as an older person, or when did you think of yourself as an older person?
I keep telling you, I don't think of myself as an older person.
Okay, well, what about your family? When did they start thinking of you as an older person?
Oh, let's see. When I have grandchildren, I have one grandson that calls me old bird. Old bird. I said, wait a minute. Old, but fine.
Old, but fine.
But he looks like, "Oh, grandma, mama." Yeah, but wait a minute. Let's see, I play Uno with my grandkids. So I keep telling them, I said, "Look, I'm the Uno queen, so no even you sitting down at the table because you know who's going to win."
Oh, yeah.
So my grandson was up here last time. He said, "I got my helmet. I'm coming with my A game." So I said, "Don't talk so fast, son." So he was 90 points up, down.
Okay.
So up. So I said, he said, "I can't lose now. And no way I can lose now. I'm 90 points." Blah, blah, oh, he's going on. I said, "Cool now. You know how this game goes. You can be caught with 100, 250 points in your hand. Blah, blah, blah." Oh, no. Well, you know who the game was over. You know who won. So I sent him a copy of it. I emailed him a copy of it. I said, show this to your children so they'll know who really is the Uno Queen. We have a good time together, I tell you.
Oh, wow. That's
and you know what? My daughter teaches me how to, the latest dances, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I can hang,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
When I can't hang, I'll just sit there and twiddle my thumbs.
Yeah.
But I'm working it.
Right. Working that upper body.
You know how they do. Work it.
Yeah. Wow. I mean, you give me hope.
I enjoy life.
Yeah.
I
You
do.
give me hope. Yeah.
Mhm.
That's awesome. I got one more question for you.
Okay.
What's your biggest takeaway so far as you've aged? What would you say is your biggest takeaway?
Well, I'm going to tell you, the advantages of being OLD
Okay.
is number one, you get discounts.
Okay.
And I'll go to the store,
Mm-hmm.
and I always use one of those automated carts.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And just because I don't want to walk.
Right. Exactly.
And I always, some little man would come on and say, can I get that off the shelf for you, lady? Okay. You know? But there's some of the advantages, you know.
Uh-huh.
But I don't have too many people saying, you know, can I help? Can I do it because you're OLD? Because many people don't think I'm that old.
Yeah. Yeah.
But and I guess it's a blessing. Every once in a while, I'll get a crick in my knee or whatever, you know, or my feet or something. I have a little, but I suck those suckers and gone.
That is awesome. That is awesome.
Plus, I think another thing that keeps me starting, I love to shop. I ain't gonna tell nobody I'm a shopaholic.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I love to shop. Clothes.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite things are shoes, dresses, hats, purses.
Clothes.
Everything.
Everything.
What's your
Okay.
favorite color? Red, blue, green, every color.
Okay, okay.
So,
And you look so beautiful tonight. I just really like your colors. It just blends in well. I think too, as we age, do you think we have to be mindful of the color choices? Because I think some choices in color can make us look a little bit dull and older.
Well, I think you have to. I think it depends on your complexion.
Yeah.
There's some colors that enhance. It just happens that I'm a person who can wear just about any color.
Okay.
But I was told that, you remember when they were putting the scarf over your shoulder and saying, I was told that I couldn't wear yellow.
Okay.
I do wear yellow, but it depends on what kind of yellow.
Okay,
The
the shade.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
A deeper shade of yellow. I can look at that light yellow wouldn't do anything to
Yeah.
enhance me. It used to be that I didn't like to wear blue.
Mm-hmm.
But when the electric blue came out, that, it was perfect,
Yeah.
So I can wear just about any color.
Any color.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm.
Yeah.
I think color does something to uplift. I think if anything, it makes you feel young, young
And alive.
alive,
And
yeah.
all of that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Makes you feel good.
Yeah, it
Mhm.
really does. It really does. Well, that's all the questions I have tonight, but I want to know a little bit more about you.
Yeah.
Now, we know, Indianapolis knows that Miss Barbara Boyd has been a television personality for many years. So how long were you in the
Okay.
television business?
I started in 1969, and
Okay.
I was on for 25 years, retired in 1994.
Okay.
But the cool part about how I got the job,
Okay.
it's very interesting. I initially worked for a Head Start. I helped open Head Start here in 1965.
Okay.
And so Indianapolis was doing Channel 6 was doing a documentary on Indianapolis, and
Okay.
they wanted to include a Head Start classroom. So they sent a crew out. I was office manager at the time. So they sent a crew out and, do the little thing. And so about a couple of days later, they called and said they wanted to talk to the teacher in the classroom. And I said, well, we don't just put calls through, so what's the nature of your call? So he said, we'd like to audition her for television. So I very jokingly said, oh, honey, if you're looking for a star, here I are. I'm joking. So he said, oh, would you like to try out? I said, what I gotta do? He said, well, put together a little 5 or 6 minute vignette on anything you like. So I did it on The Office. Did walk and stand up, didn't really know what that was, but I'd seen it on TV, So I took, I had to go before the big boys.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's 7 white dudes sitting there. Now you gotta understand, I didn't really care whether I got this job or not because I'm making $10,000 a year. Big stuff. so, and then I had to go into the studio and do a thing on script, a throw off the script, off of a script, and sit on the desk and like, cameras and watch the copy go by. But the big thing was going before the big boys. So the interview's all over, and I'm just answering flippantly. So we're getting ready to leave, and coming through the door was the news director, and we both tried to get through at the same time. Now I'd always seen him on television. He did the editorials, and he's bald, and he had his head would just shine all the time. And I'd say to myself, why don't they put some powder on his head or something? That was a mental thought all the time. And so I looked up here and I said, oh, you do have some hair. This guy ends up being my boss. He didn't like nobody teasing about his head. So, got through that. But I got to tell you that it was this guy, Bob Gamble, news director, who really carried me along. Gave, being new, I had no experience whatsoever, but would take stories that I did, we would critique them. Barbara, perhaps if you'd have done this here, it would have been a better story if you'd have put a little B-roll with that. B-roll is when let's say, the cow jumps over the moon. I say the cow jumps over the moon, and you see a picture of a cow jumping over the moon. So the audio that goes with the video.
Okay.
And so he said, if you'd done that, maybe the story would have been a little better. And do this, so. And so just little tips like that. He was very patient with me. And I think that photographers, hey, they can make you or break you.
Okay.
They know everywhere to go. They know how to light everything. They can give suggestions to you. And they're the crux of, I think, a news story. The photographers is just phenomenal. I love them. And they all helped me because I was such a novice. And when I started there were only, I was only a female there for a good while.
Okay.
Not one man was out of step, out of line. Not one thing out of way said, nothing, nobody touched me or anything or said anything.
Wow.
And just with nothing but respect. Well, it was all mainly older men that were there. And when holidays came around, well, Barbara, you're a parent, mother, take off for Thanksgiving, Christmas, because I know you got to prepare for the family. Little did they know somebody was cooking dinner, but I mean, it was that kind of thing. Yeah. And Bob Gamble had a group of people that were just so dedicated to news and to him, because they knew that he didn't want anything but excellence. He was a pure journalist, and I know that the only reason I was there for 25, I wouldn't have been there for 25 years had I not performed.
Yeah.
Because he only required excellence.
Yeah.
And from his crew.
Yeah.
Now everybody was a little timid around him, but you knew that when he said you did a good job, hey, you get a little note, you kept that note.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because he didn't give out many.
Yeah.
But you know that what he wanted, and you tried to please. And I think for that reason, Channel 6 was number one for 30 years or more. Not so much anymore, but
yeah. Yeah.
And what I think I'm most proud of is that being the first African American female to anchor. Oh, yeah. After that, wow. every station in this town had a black female anchor after that. And I feel good about that.
Yeah.
And in terms of women, honey, used to be one woman that after me, I think, was Linda Lupierre came and over from Channel 8 and Effie Burge. You look up today, over half the newsroom are female, including the news director.
Yeah.
It's 6.
Yeah.
And so it's been a total flip around.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, everything changes. I don't think I could work in a newsroom today because, the girls are out, guys too, I guess, out in the morning they take the shots, edit it, do it all. And I remember the day we first had to go with computers.
Okay.
So Howard Caldwell, the Tea Party, we the oldest days in there. Okay. I said, how did you get that? Yeah, all the others, all the 2 years off, they send in messages to each other on the, They just having fun with them. So it came the last day we could use our typewriters. I'm typing on my little story. Now, the first thing they said to me is, when you use a computer, you'll be sure to share your story. I'm just typing away. I look down, the screen is blank. What happened to my story? Oh, it's time for the story to be in. I call the 2-year-old. He comes over, he pushes a button, and he came back. Oh, thank you, 2-year-old. Some things they know more better than we do. But I gotta tell you, I love that job. I wouldn't work for nothing. Well, that's what I say now. But
Yeah.
I mean, every day I learn something new. The different people that you meet, the different events and affairs. And I tell you, I haven't met one person yet that didn't want to be interviewed. Black, white, blue, or whatever you are, they want to be interviewed. So I think what happens is that you find somebody that you can relate to.
Yeah.
If you're a grandmother, I'm a grandmother. We talk about being grandma. If
Yeah.
you do some exercise, we talk about exercise. But always find out what their likes are, and see how you can relate to that. I don't meet any strangers. I won't permit you to shy away from me. We gonna find something common.
Right. Wow. Well, Barbara, it has been an honor and a privilege to be with you, because as I'm hearing you talk about how you not only just arbitrarily got a job in the newsroom just by your personality and how it's carried you through. That is wonderful.
But let me say one more thing. And I say this when speaking to groups, especially young people. If you have a mate, you have to communicate with that mate.
Okay.
Especially if you're in news or if you're in a story that requires a lot. There are a lot of jobs today where women have to, if you're a pharmaceutical salesperson, you have to travel around a bit. And I was out of town, sometimes a week at a time or so. It meant that my husband had to take care of the house, take care of the children, look over, everything. Had to, in essence, sort of do what I did. So we talked. Honey, do you have a problem with me working with all men? Do the wives have a problem with me being around their husbands? So those are the kinds of things that we talked over. And I think that young people have to talk with their mate or their boyfriend or whatever. Honey, I'm not going to be here for so-and-so. I'm going to be so-and-so. Do you understand that? And very often in many jobs, women are making more money than the man. Do they understand that? And not going to be intimidated by it.
Yeah.
So, but my husband, I could have done it without him.
Yeah.
His permission, and I say that openly, his permission.
Yeah.
He said, honey, you hung by me, now it's your turn.
Wow.
So
Wow, that's wonderful.
it is. And so I say to young people, talk with your mate, your boyfriend, your husband, whoever, and make sure you're on the same page.
Yeah.
Because things are going to be different.
Yeah.
If you're going for a high power, if you're the kind of woman that wants to break the glass ceiling, you're going to need to have a little support at home.
Okay. Well, thank you so much again. And ladies, as we're grateful for Barbara being with us on our last night, and even with this night is representing leaving legacy. And so we'll be talking more about legacy, and Barbara has certainly given us that through her conversation tonight. So thank you once again, Barbara.
I enjoyed it. It's
yes, thank you so much.
Great organization.
Thank you.
Women,
you.
yeah.
Yes, those wise women. So we'll see you all later. Have a good evening.